Matter 24 CF 162, State of Wisconsin versus Jack Fenton. The state appears through District Attorney Kevin Schmidt in person. We have Charlene Parent appearing by video conferencing. We also have Mr. Fenton appearing by video conferencing in custody in Burnett County Jail. We're set for a final pretrial. Mr. Fenton, you would be able to have this final pretrial in person with your attorney. There is some weather conditions that developed today, making the roads slippery. And so your attorney did request to appear by video conferencing, and the court did allow that. Are you okay with this hearing being by video?
Yes, I am.
If at any time you have questions or concerns and need to speak with your attorney, let me know, and I can send you into a confidential breakout session, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. Ms. Perrin, please update the court.
Your Honor, we are ready to go to trial on the 3rd. I think that we both the state and the defense have filed pretty standard motions in limine. And so I don't think there's anything very complicated to take up unless Mr. Schmidt has something that he has to take up. But so I think we're ready to go for the 3rd.
All right, Mr. Schmidt.
The only thing I would ask is for a 7-day extension from today for any sorts of the court's scheduling order relating to any motions related to the expert. I did only get the expert report on Monday. I gave it to my expert right away. It's a DNA report. I'm not a DNA expert. I think I know what it means, but I want my expert to look at it first. I have a meeting with him on Friday. He said that's the soonest he could read it and get back to me. And then that would give me until next Wednesday. If I am going to file anything in response to it, I do not think I will. I'm just asking for that kind of leeway.
Ms. Perrin, do you have any objection?
No.
Okay, so the court will grant that. Do we need to argue the motions in limine today, or having argument on trial the morning of trial? Would that suffice?
I think
I agree
that
with Ms.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ms. Parent. You think that's okay?
I think that's okay because I don't object to most of the states and they're standard. So
okay, so then we will have that the morning of the trial. We will see you February 2nd, I believe, or February 3rd and 4th. Ms. Parent, please make sure that Mr. Fenton has, normal clothes or whatnot to be able to wear for the trial. I don't believe we need to worry about him as it relates to needing to be shackled or anything of that nature. Correct? He's going to be good, and we'll have law enforcement here, so it should be fine. Any other issues that we need to worry about?
With that, I think if no one contacts the jail or the sheriff's office, they're going to do whatever they think is best. So might be a good idea to ask the jail. Okay, there. That was my only concern.
Yeah, okay. And this does involve minor children. So does the state have a plan in mind?
No. If you're asking me if I'm going to be asking for things like barring the children from vision, there's been a court of appeals case about that. I'm not asking about that.
Okay. So they're going to testify as is up here in the witness stand.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else that we need to be concerned of with the minor children from Ms. Perrin and or Mr. Schmidt?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Thank you. Then we will see you on February 3rd.
Thank you.
Thank you. We are adjourned.
Good.
We will go on the record in the matter 25 CM 205 and 25 TR 798, State of Wisconsin versus Shane Kitchenmaster. The state appears through Assistant District Attorney Jose Vila in person. Mr. Kitchenmaster appears in person without counsel. We're set here today in these matters for status conferences. Mr. Kitchenmaster was able to discuss the cases with Mr. Vila. Mr. Vila, can you please update the court?
Thank you, Your Honor. I did have a moment to speak with Mr. Kitchen Master. I informed him that the community service requirement for the DJOC would be 20 hours at a nonprofit. He just needs to have someone that is not a family relation sign off on those hours submitted to us, and that would satisfy the requirement in addition to the other standard conditions for the 12-month period. He did let me know he wanted to accept that deal, but I'll defer to him to see if that has changed in the momentary lapse that we've been speaking.
You wish to accept it?
Yep.
How much time do you think you'll need to be able to complete that?
20 hours of community service. What kind of stuff can I do for that? So I used to work for like Kenny Erickson. Would I be able to like help him as long as it's like nonprofit?
Well, it has to
That'd
be
be-
for a nonprofit and he's a
Okay.
business
Yeah, I
for-profit.
okay, I
So it'd
see.
have to be for a church,
Okay,
a food drive. The thrift store takes people all the time.
okay,
So right up there, I think it's Caring Hands in Webster
Yeah.
all the time. The school, if they'll let you do stuff,
all right.
those kinds of things.
I don't know, maybe like a few months just to start, just so I can figure it all out. Figure out what I'm gonna do.
I can give you until March 30th, 2:45.
Yeah, that works.
Okay, March 40th or 30th, or at 2:45. Hopefully you have all of that completed by then, because then we can take care of this and it can be off your shoulders.
Okay,
Okay? All right?
yeah, I'll try to get that done as soon as,
That is possible, please. What?
I'll try to get that done as soon as possible.
Thank you. That would be great. If you are able to complete it much sooner, what you can do is just call up to my assistant and see if you can get an earlier date.
Okay,
Okay? Because then you can, again, get it off your shoulders.
all
Okay?
righty.
All right, thank you. We are adjourned. You can come get your notice. Renee Landgraf in person with her client Bradley Belial Oyat. We have Emma Hanu in person with her client Dominique Fleckner. We're set today in these matters for preliminary hearings. Are they proceeding as such?
Yes, yes, Your
All
Honor.
right. Mr. Vila, this is a joint hearing because these are co-defendants. So please call your first witness.
State calls Captain Julie Mead.
Captain Mead, please come forward, raise your right hand and be sworn in.
Do you swear that the testimony you're about to provide today in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
You may begin.
Could you please state and spell your name?
Julie Mead, M-E-A-D,
And how are you currently employed?
Captain for the Burnett County Sheriff's Office,
And how long have you been so employed?
25 years.
Prior to today's hearing, did you review criminal complaints as they relate to Burnett County cases 25 CF 150 and 25 CF 151 in the matters relating to Dominique Fleckner and Bradley Belial?
I did.
Did law enforcement execute a search warrant at a residence at 648
Your Honor, I'm
Nelson
going to
Street?
object to her testimony. If the only knowledge she has is that she read criminal complaints, that doesn't satisfy the personal knowledge requirement. Hearsay is allowed, but that doesn't mean all the other rules of evidence go out the window at a preliminary hearing.
Hearsay is allowed. You can object if there's hearsay upon hearsay. But in order for her to, she's allowed to testify as to what she reads and provide hearsay. She doesn't necessarily need personal knowledge. Objection noted, but overruled.
Did law enforcement execute a search warrant at that residence at 648 Nelson Street North in the village of Grantsburg?
They did.
Is that area located in Burnett County?
Yes.
Did law enforcement make contact with anyone at the residence?
Yes, they made contact with Bradley Belial.
And how was Mr. Belial identified?
Personal knowledge of the officers that was there.
And did you review any booking photos of Mr. Belial prior to today's hearing?
I did.
Could you please ID Mr. Belial by where he's sitting and what he's wearing?
Yep, he's sitting next to Miss Landgraf at the defense table, wearing a jacket.
Let the record reflect that Captain Mead has identified Mr. Belial, otherwise known as Oyat. Mr. Vila,
Yes,
I'm going
sir.
to ask you kindly to slow down.
Yes, thank you, Judge. Does anyone else reside at the residence?
Yes.
Who resides there?
Dominique Fleckner, and then the
residence owner, Rita Wenzel, periodically.
Did law enforcement make contact with Ms. Fleckner?
They did. They actually made contact with her prior to the execution of the warrant,
And how was she identified?
prior law enforcement knowledge.
And prior to today's hearing, did you review any booking photos for Ms. Fleckner?
I did.
Could you please ID Ms. Fleckner by where she's sitting and what she's wearing?
Yes, Ms. Fleckner is sitting at the defense table, also wearing a jacket, black jacket.
The record reflect that Captain Mead has identified Ms. Fleckner.
Was the house at 648 Nelson Street searched?
Yes, it was.
What was found?
In the living room, officers located a purse containing Ms. Fleckner's driver's license and other identification cards, health insurance information for kids. Inside that purse was also a baggie, field tested positive for marijuana, weighed at 1.14 grams, and a, excuse me, a metal smoking device that also field tested positive for marijuana. In one of the bedrooms, later identified by the kids as dad's bedroom, a baggie of crystalline substance was located. That was also later field tested positive for methamphetamines.
Does Ms. Fleckner have any prior convictions for possession of THC?
Yes.
And what county was it in?
I'm not sure. I believe it was Burnett.
Uh,
I believe that would be outside the scope of her knowledge.
yeah, I believe so. No further questions, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Ms. Landgraf?
Did you take part of this in the search?
I did not.
Do you know anything about this incident other than what you've read in the criminal complaint?
No.
No questions.
All right, Ms. Hanu?
I apologize. Everything glitched. If you can't hear me or understand me, let me know. Sometimes I mumble a little bit. And I like to tell people before that. Based on your review of the reports, Ms. Fleckner was not at the residence at the time the search warrant was served.
Correct.
And at the time that law enforcement made contact with her, they did not perform a search of her.
Correct.
And later, law enforcement interviewed both of Ms. Fleckner's children.
Correct.
Neither of those children identified the methamphetamine as being Ms. Fleckner's.
For the record, how old are the children?
I don't know. They're 7 and 10, Your Honor.
Thank you.
I don't believe so.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
All right, redirect.
Ms. Fleckner does reside at the residence, correct?
Correct.
No further questions, Your Honor.
All right, additional questions from either counsel? Okay, you may step down. Thank you. Any arguments from defense?
Not for today's purposes.
No, Your Honor, just one note of correction. I don't believe Rita Wenzel lives at the residence.
Okay. Or a bind over, I don't think that is relevant or necessary. However, thank you for the update. Based upon the testimony of Captain Mead, the court will find that felony was probably committed by the defendants in this matter. The court must look at the the evidence in the light most favorable to the state. So I do find the probable cause and bind the matters over informations.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm going through and filing the informations for both cases. Right now, they will mirror the criminal complaint in both instances.
Proceed with arraignments today or set for another day.
We just have a second.
You may.
So he's. So we can go ahead and not get confused on the case study.
Excuse me.
We're ready to proceed with arraignment.
They mirror the criminal complaints. Ms. Landgraf, does Mr. Belial yet understand the allegations and the maximum penalties?
It does. We'd waive a formal reading, enter not guilty pleas to all counts.
Not guilty pleas will be entered on your behalf on all counts. Ms. Hanu, as to Ms. Fleckner,
Yes, Your Honor, she's aware of the maximum possible penalties of both charges. We would waive formal reading and enter not guilty.
not guilty pleas will be entered on her behalf. She is entitled to a jury trial, would be entitled to a speedy trial should she request one. Has an offer already been presented prelim?
Yes, for both co-defendants, offers were communicated, but an updated offer does need to be communicated to Attorney Landgraf or Mr. Belial.
Updated offer.
The updated offer, it's gonna kind of depend on what kind of treatment he's willing to do so that we can enter in those negotiations. I just need to schedule a phone call with her so we can hash out those details.
Okay, so it depends on whether or not he wishes to engage in treatment
Correct, Your
and
Honor.
what type.
Some kind of AODA, some kind of,
And what, it was a question.
oh,
And what type, question mark?
yes, it's gonna be AODA and follow through, or if he does some kind of inpatient treatment regarding to potential drug abuse issues, I'd be willing to do something substantially different than what I offered.
All right. And there's another open matter, confidential matter. Did you take that into account?
Yes, that's why I received new information from the department. That's part of the reason why I'm updating these offers.
Excellent. All right, thank you. We can get a status conference set. I don't have a time. I'm gonna try and set it on our permanency plan date, but I don't have a time. We're coming back. Holy cow, it's way out there. March 30th. And I could do anytime between 9 and 10. Oh, actually, or I could do after that too. I could do 10:45 and on.
Your Honor, I'm sorry, I missed the date.
March 30th.
That works for me.
Okay. So does March 30th at 10:45 work?
Yep.
Okay, thank you. March 30th at 10:45. We will see you then. We are adjourned.